Hello everybody, welcome back once again to another episode of Learn Data Analytics with Blessing. And in this video, I'll be walking us through what Power BI is all about and what it's used for. And you also get to understand the difference between Power BI and Excel. You get to understand, which is better, which is not, right? Because both are better. But talking about the part for data visualization now, and I know someone might be expecting that we should be having a practical session. Now let's leave the practical session for now. The next video is going to be more practical. For now, understand the theoretical aspect of Power BI. Okay, so what is Power BI? What is it used for? Why are we using it? Right? And let's go. So Power BI is a business intelligence and data visualization tool that converts data from multiple sources, which could be from the web, a folder, a PDF, an Excel file, a CSV file, a text file, from different sources, a databases online. It could be from any source into interactive dashboards and reports. The Power BI suite includes various softwares, connectors, and services such as Power BI Desktop, the cloud-based Power BI service, and mobile app for different platforms. So when we get to the architecture part of this video, you get to understand the Power BI Desktop, the cloud-based Power BI service, and mobile app for different platforms. So stay tuned. Now, these tools allow business users to assess and analyze data and also create BI, that is business intelligence reports, for informed business decision making. Now, organizations or business owners, they will use Power BI to check their data, assess it, also run some analysis, then create a very compelling report for them to make decisions to improve or make more profit for their business. So why Power BI? Why Power BI of all BI tools, right? One is, with Power BI, you can connect, transform, and load large volumes of data. Now, with Power BI, you can connect to different sources, even more than what Microsoft Excel would connect to. With Power BI, you can transform large amount of data. There's a limit to the amount of data that you can work with using Microsoft Excel. But with Power BI, there's no limit. You just keep transforming large amount of data. Keep working with millions of rows of data. There's no limitation. Then two, create relational models to combine data from various sources. So with Power BI, you can create, relational models, complex models to combine data from different sources together and the relationship between them. Three, you can implement complex calculations using DAX, data analysis expression. I hope you all remember DAX that we did in Microsoft Excel. So with Power BI, you can also create some complex calculations. You can also create measures, create columns using DAX. Then the fourth one is bring data to life through interactive reports and dashboard. Don't forget I said Power BI is mainly for data visualization. We're able to view the reports using Microsoft Excel. It took us some hours, took us time to create that report. But with Power BI, all you have to do is just click some things. Since you know what to do, click those things and to bring them. You don't have to go through some stress that we went through using Microsoft Excel. And that is because Microsoft Excel was not or is not a tool created for data visualization. But for Power BI, it is a tool built just for visualization. That is what it does. That is what it's used for, right? Then the next thing is, once you look at the architecture of Power BI. So we have the Power BI Desktop, there's the Power BI service, there's the Power BI mobile app, and we have the Power BI gateway. And let's look at the Power BI Desktop. The Power BI you have on your system now is Power BI Desktop. The one you installed is the Power BI Desktop. This is used to create reports and data visualization on data sets. You use the one you have currently in your system now, which is the Power BI Desktop, to create reports, then to also visualize your data. The second one is Power BI Service. This is a cloud service and is used to publish Power BI reports and data visualization. Now, when we get there in the practical aspect, after doing our reports, we'll publish it to the Power BI service. So when you publish it to the Power BI, you get to see the reports you built on your Power BI Desktop in the Power BI service. Another beautiful thing about that is that on that service, you can share your report to others. You can share it to the public, you can share it to organizations. You can just do that there. on Power BI service. You can also edit you can edit there in Power BI service. Then the third one is the Power BI mobile app. Using Power BI mobile app, you can stay connected to your data from anywhere. There's an app that you can download, Power BI, on your phone, that after you are done running your analysis on your desktop and you've published it on the Power BI service, you can still connect with it using your phone. You can check, you can always track it using your phone, check what you want to check, check if something is up, or refresh, do some things without you having to carry your system up and down or everywhere you go. Right now, Power BI app are available on Windows. You can find them also available for iOS and an Android platform. And the next one is Power BI Gateway. Power BI Gateway. This Power BI Gateway serves as a bridge between on-premises data sources and Power BI cloud service. By on-premises data sources, I mean data that are stored locally in the organization infrastructure. It could be Excel files, maybe they're using spreadsheet or Excel to save the data. That is the on-premise data source. Or databases such as SQL, Oracle. These are on-premise data sources. So it's just serve as that bridge between the on-premise data sources and the Power BI cloud service. So the main function of this Power BI gateway is for you to securely transfer data from local databases, files, or other on-premises sources to the Power BI, ensuring that your report and dashboard are up to date without moving the data to the cloud. Sometimes if humanly speaking, you want to transfer the data to the cloud or publish it to the cloud to update the one you have there, right? But with Power BI Gateway, just automatically, as once it's connected, just transfer the files to the cloud without you doing that manually yourself. But this is used majorly by companies that big companies, big organizations that has large amount of data. They use this. The gateway allow you to refresh your data set. You don't have to do the refreshing every time. Of course, it will allow you to refresh it and query large amount of data while maintaining security and preserving your existing infrastructure. So it supports both scheduled data refresh and real-time data queries. By scheduled data refresh, it means you want to set when that data will be refreshed every time. That is what scheduled refresh. Don't worry, you get to understand all these small concepts when we dive into the practical aspect. Well, then there's a picture here showing us what it looks like. So you can get data from different sources, connect them directly. Now, it's not just through your Power BI desktop that you can create reports. You can also create reports on Power BI. I mentioned that earlier. So your Power BI service is a place for you to also build a report there. That's where we have the Power BI desktop. The Power BI desktop can allow you work without being online. But with Power BI service, you need internet to be able to create reports there on the service, on the cloud, I mean. So you can connect to various data sources, hundreds, even more than hundreds. Then Power BI desktop, once you are done building your report, then you can publish the Power BI service or to the Power BI, to the Power BI service. So you can see this. You can see this arrow. One is coming down, one is going up. So it means data go through in and out, connecting your Power BI gateway to your Power BI service, vice versa. Then access. So you can access either using your mobile phone or your tab or even your desktop. The last thing here is Power BI versus Microsoft Excel. And someone is wondering, okay, if I can do visualization with Microsoft Excel, what then do I need Power BI for? I'm very sure most of you will love Power BI once you start using it for visualization because it's very simple and less stressful, right? But then it takes a lot to understand it too. Now, the purpose, we're going to look at the data visualization aspect, the data analysis, data sources, scalability, collaboration, real-time data, customization, learning curve, and the cost. So for Power BI, it's a BI tool, that is a business intelligence tool, while Excel is a spreadsheet software. Now, data visualization, Power BI it has powerful capabilities when it comes to visualizing data, which includes creating interactive dashboards, reports, and charts. But Excel is limited to data visualization capabilities, so it's just some basic charting features that you can use Excel for. But Power BI has a lot of visuals you can work with, lot of interactivity of, there's a lot of things you can do with Power BI, lot of things you can do, but you are limited here with in Excel. Excel will stress you when you want to build a report. It will really stress you because that is not what it's designed for. Then data analysis. Power BI is designed for analyzing large data sets. It supports complex data modeling. There's some modeling that is so complex that even Excel cannot handle it, but Power BI can. So it can support complex data modeling, relationships, and some calculations. But Excel is only suitable for some basic data analysis, pivot tables, some simple calculations, although we have DAX too, but it's just simple calculations. Then we have data sources. Power BI can connect to a wide range of data sources, including databases, cloud services, and APIs. But Excel primarily works with data stored within the Excel file or can connect to external data source with limitations. So there's a limit to the kind of data you can connect with using Microsoft Excel. Now we have scalability. Scalability for Power BI is scalable for handling large data sets and complex analysis. Why for Excel, its limited scalability and performance may degrade the large data. Scalability means it is when an application function with change in the size and the volume and takes advantage of rescaling. That is what scalability means. So as the file increases or change form, change volume, the application also function with it. So it means Power BI can change as the file or the data set is increasing in both size and in volume. It changes with it and it rescale, but there's a limit to how Microsoft Excel would rescale. Now, collaboration. Power BI supports collaboration and sharing of reports and dashboard within teams. In fact, there's a place where you create workspace in a Power BI service. You create workspace where you can interact with if you have a company you're working with, you can interact with your teammates there, interact on the report, comment on report, edit report, and the likes. Well, for Excel, there's a limit to how you collaborate. We have limited collaboration features. Primarily, they rely on sharing of file and email. Then real-time data. Power BI supports real-time data streaming and analysis. Why Excel, it's limited support for real-time data analysis. There's a limit to it. Then customization. Power BI offers extensive customization options for reports and dashboard. My God, once you start using Power BI for visualization, you will love it. So it offers some extensive customization options that you can use to design it anyhow you want to design. But for Microsoft Excel, there's a limit to how you can customize your report. There's a limit. And template, there's a limit to the options to use, and also a limit to the template to use. But for Excel, you also have templates you can use it, no limit. It offers extensively. Then we have the learning curve. For Power BI, it's a steeper learning curve due to advanced features and capabilities. So when you say what is steeper learning curve, right? So this steeper learning curve describes a situation where the learning process is challenging and complex. Let's say with Power BI, it can take you some significant effort and a time frame for you to make a real progress once they advance some features and some capabilities there. So for Excel, it is a relatively easier learning curve for basic tasks and can become complex with advanced features. But it's still it's easy and less complex than Power BI. Then we have cost. Power BI offers both free and paid version with pricing based on features and usage. There's a free part, you use it for free, and also you have to pay. If you want to be going for the pro version, the premium version, you have to pay for it. But I think they've done well allowing us to use Power BI to do some things on our desktop and now publish to the Power BI service. Makes a lot of sense. Then for Excel, part of the Office suite requires license for advanced features. If you want to use Excel, then what do you think the similarities? I think we have the similarities is for Excel. I think for Excel you have you can find data modeling in Excel. You can also find it in Power BI. It's like additional. You can do DAX in Excel. You can also do it in Power BI. There are major similarities that you can look at when it comes to Power BI and Excel. So I hope you've been able to pick one or two from this video, because You need this knowledge before you can start the practical aspect. All right, thank you so much for watching. We meet in our next video where we'll both be exploring the interface of Power BI together and how you can do things on it. Thank you so much. If you're just visiting my page for the very first time, my name is Ibrahim Blessing, and I'm a data analyst and a data analytics facilitator, and I'm passionate about growth. Thank you very much. Bye.